to this lecture on magnetic properties of materials. In the previous lecture, we talked about diamagnetism and paramagnetism, two associated properties with certain substances. And briefly we found that diamagnetism is a property where a certain substance is repelled from the strong part of magnetic field. Water, hydrogen, nitrogen, bismuth are some of the examples. Then paramagnetism is the converse of this, where we find that an attractive force exists between the substance and the strong part of magnetic field. Before we go to ferromagnetism, which is another aspect of magnetism and a very strong process of attraction, we introduce some terms related to magnetism, and these terms make the complete story of magnetic properties. Magnetic properties is a story of three vectors actually. We denote them usually by symbols B, H and M. Now these three vectors, we will take up one by one what they actually mean and what is their physical significance. We may also come across some mathematical relation between them. Afterwards, we will take up the properties of ferromagnetics. Some more parameters will be introduced here and those parameters will follow. देखिए जहाँ पर ये पहला वेक्टर है जिसको हमने ऑर्डिनरली मैग्नेटिक फील्ड कहा है, इस मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के बारे में आपके पास कोई नई चीज़ नहीं. It is the usual property of a current carrying conductor or a current loop or a magnetic material, जिससे हम देखते हैं कि this magnetic field vector, या इसको simply magnetic field कहें, it is something which gives us the property of attraction or the property of repulsion between different poles. Magnetic field B को हम अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए कई बार एक मॉडल का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. वो मॉडल है that we assume magnetic lines of force which will either emerge from a current loop. अगर ये current loop से प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है, so this is current I, तो यहाँ से magnetic lines emerge करेंगी which will be representing the strength of this magnetic field produced by the current carrying conductor. या अगर हम एक बार मैग्नेट लेते हैं, उस बार मैग्नेट के नॉर्थ या साउथ पोल से कितनी मैग्नेटिक लाइंस इमर्ज करती हैं और कितनी टर्मिनेट होती हैं, उनकी जो डेंसिटी है, उस डेंसिटी को हम मैग्नेटिक फील्ड की स्ट्रेंथ कहते हैं. अब डेंसिटी मेजर करने के लिए वी टेक अप ए सर्टेन एरिया. अगर मैं यहाँ पर एक फिक्टिशियस एरिया इसके सामने रखूँ, ए स्मॉल प्लेन इन फ्रंट ऑफ इट, सच दैट ये मैग्नेटिक लाइंस उस पर परपेंडिकुलर गिरे और इन मैग्नेटिक लाइंस का नंबर मैं काउंट करता हूँ पर यूनिट एरिया. जो इस एक यूनिट एरिया के थ्रू नंबर ऑफ मैग्नेटिक लाइंस हैं, उसको अगर हम काउंट करें, दैट गिव्स अस द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. हियर आई वुड सजेस्ट कि अगर आप इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की स्ट्रेंथ को या इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की इंटेंसिटी को भी मेजर करते हो, टू मेजर इट लाइक दिस. इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में हमने एक इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स का कंसेप्ट इस्तेमाल किया था. यहाँ भी हम एक मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स का कंसेप्ट इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स एक स्केलर क्वांटिटी है जिसको हम डिनोट करते हैं इस डॉट प्रोडक्ट से. इट इज द डॉट प्रोडक्ट ऑफ बी एंड ए. और ये जो मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स है, ये मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स असल में हमें बताता है कि हाउ मच इज द नंबर ऑफ मैग्नेटिक लाइंस ऑफ फोर्स विच क्रॉस थ्रू अ सर्टेन एरिया. अगर हम एक यूनिट एरिया लें और उस यूनिट एरिया के थ्रू कितनी लाइंस पास होती हैं, दैट गिव्स अस द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. और इसी एरिया को अगर मैं यहाँ ड्रैग करता हूँ, देखिए यहाँ पर अगर ये एरिया हमने लिया, 3 lines were passing. Now maybe the number of lines has decreased. That means the magnetic field has decreased in magnitude. So I can say that magnetic field vector, B vector, or magnetic flux density, इसका दूसरा नाम है We also call it as the magnetic flux density. So this is the alternate name, magnetic flux density. It is defined as the number of magnetic lines of force which cross a certain unit area when placed normal to the magnetic lines. तो जो magnetic flux की ये definition है, इससे हमें एक scalar quantity मिलती है, जिस scalar quantity की value उस area को लेके पॉजिटिव हो सकती है, नेगेटिव हो सकती है या जीरो हो सकती है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द एंगल सबटेंडेड बिटवीन बी एंड ए. तो जब मैंने कहा कि वी आर कीपिंग दिस एरिया परपेंडिकुलर, सो ऑब्वियसली आई एम रेफरिंग दैट द एंगल बिटवीन एरिया वेक्टर, अगर ये एरिया वेक्टर है इस एरिया का और ये एक मैग्नेटिक लाइन है, द एंगल बिटवीन एरिया वेक्टर एंड मैग्नेटिक लाइन इज 0 degree. So this is the angle between area vector and magnetic line of force passing at this point is 0 degree. So that we are trying to find what will be the maximum value of magnetic flux. Now in this manner we have something which we already know, और इसको हम यूज करेंगे इस डिस्कशन में फिर से एक बार, और इसका जो यूनिट है that unit would be either we measure it as Weber per meter square or the equivalent SI unit is Tesla denoted by T. So इसका symbol है capital T. तो so far this is magnetic flux density or magnetic field, the first quantity. Now the next property जो term हम use करते हैं that is magnetic permeability of a medium. Magnetic permeability हम जहाँ पर वैक्यूम की बात करते हैं that we write as mu naught, और the first fundamental law जो हमने use किया for establishing magnetostatics वो ये था that dB is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi into I dl sin theta divided by r square. This was Biot-Savart's law. इसमें जो ये पैरामीटर आया, जिस पैरामीटर की वैल्यू हमने ली 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7, so this would be unit of Tesla meter per ampere, or we have another unit for it, H is for Henry, so it's called as Henry per meter. आप इसको भी यूज कर सकते हो, इसको भी यूज कर सकते हो. Now this magnetic permeability, what it tells us, ये हमें बताता है कि जब हम दो सोर्स और एक पॉइंट के बीच में, सोर्स ऑफ मैग्नेटिज्म जो यहाँ पर एक करंट एलिमेंट है इसके बीच में और एक पॉइंट P के बीच में, जब हम एक मीडियम रखते हैं, वो मीडियम कितना परमिशन ग्रांट करता है मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को उस पॉइंट तक जाने के लिए. There are certain situations जहाँ पर मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को रेजिस्ट करता है कोई मीडियम, it does not permit it to go, it will have a low magnetic permeability. When it permits and tries to enhance, increase the flow of magnetism through it, then we call that it is a medium with high permeability. Now even though for vacuum the value is fixed, लेकिन every medium is not vacuum. The same value occurs for air also, but every medium is not air. We can think about different material media, और जब हम different material media use करते हैं, उन material media के लिए मान लेते हैं हम soft iron use कर रहे हैं, copper use कर रहे हैं, bismuth use कर रहे हैं, तो जब हम एक ऐसा medium use करते हैं उसके लिए हम उसकी permeability अगर हम M से denote करें, M stands for the medium, we denote this mu M as the magnetic permeability of a medium, and we can express it like this: it is the product of this mu naught multiplied to another parameter जो इसी medium की एक characteristic property बनता है, it's called as the relative permeability. So हमारे पास एक relative permeability की definition ये आ जाती है that relative permeability is equal to mu m divided by mu naught. I would definitely like that at this stage you visit electrostatics and find out that what is relative permittivity in electrostatics for a given medium, जिसको हम dielectric constant भी कहते हैं. Now this relative permeability which is in itself, जो ये है, ये एक dimensionless quantity है because it is the ratio of two similar quantities. This relative permeability has another definition. The definition would be कि अगर हम एक मीडियम की relative permeability लेते हैं mu r, it would be the ratio of magnetism or magnetic field established between a point P and the source of magnetism. मान लेते हैं हमारे पास एक current carrying element है. So here is the current carrying element which is establishing, this is dl, it is establishing a magnetic field at point P. Now once this magnetic field is established at point P, जो ये intervening medium है, इस intervening medium को हम vacuum भी रख सकते हैं, air भी रख सकते हैं, कोई और medium भी बना सकते हैं. Then if I first remove the medium, keep vacuum here, find out that what is magnetic field at point P in presence of vacuum, call it as B naught, B naught. So this is B naught. Then I bring in the medium. Now I replace this vacuum by the given medium, which I said can be water, it can be air, it can be glass, it can be a metal like copper. So what happens that at point P, keeping other factors same, जैसे इसमें current I है, उसको नहीं बदलना है. So keeping other factors same, if I find that now the magnetic field is equal to B at this point P, or it is Bm at point P, then this ratio of magnetic field with medium divided by magnetic field without medium, this ratio is called as relative permeability. So this is magnetic field at a given point, at given point, at a given point with medium divided by magnetic field at a given point without medium. You have to keep other factors same. बाकी factors जैसे current और बाकी सब चीजें नहीं बदलनी. Now this ratio, see what it tells us. As I said, कि this ratio tells us कि अगर आपके पास mu r की value greater than 1 है, so what you will see is कि once this relative permeability is greater than 1, you will see that Bm will be greater than B0. You understand कि अगर यहाँ पर एक quantity हम लिखते हैं 500, so 500 into B0, that means 500 times B0 becomes the magnetic field in presence of the medium. अगर relative permeability mu r की value less than 1 है, then what will happen is we will have the magnetic field with medium less than B0. और अगर इसकी value equal to 1 है, then these two become equal. The value of this relative permeability will definitely decide that what will be the value of the magnetic field at a point, and as I said, कि higher the relative permeability, higher will be or stronger will be the magnetic field at a given point, lower the relative permeability. If it is less than 1, we will have smaller magnetic field at a given point. We are taking reference from vacuum. Vacuum को हम एक reference medium बना देते हैं. That means what would be the value present when vacuum is there, and what would be the value present when the given medium is there. And as I said, it's a unitless and dimensionless quantity. अब देखिए relative permeability of medium को mu के साथ confuse नहीं करना है. Mu is a quantity जो permeability of medium होती है, permeability of medium, it is dimensional quantity. इसका unit of dimensions वही होगा जो इसका है ये. The ratio makes this dimensionless. So relative permeability is dimensionless, but permeability is not. ये dimensionless नहीं है. So it has a unit. It is unit quantity. That means it's a quantity which is dimensional, not dimensionless. After some time, we will introduce another very important quantity जो इस relative permeability के साथ combine करेगा, ये एक relation बनाएगा. That again is a dimensionless quantity which we call as magnetic susceptibility of a given medium. The third quantity for the time being called magnetizing force. This we denote by H. हम एक एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं एक करंट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन जिसको हम टोरॉइड कहते हैं, वो एक रिंग पर कोर होगा। इस पर हमने वायर को ऐसे टर्न किया है, तो आप कह सकते हो कि ए टोरॉइड इज बेसिकली ए सर्कुलर सोलेनॉइड। So this is a circular solenoid. A current I is passing through this. So there is a current I entering here. There is a current I leaving here. जो ये gap है, this gap is negligibly small. We understand कि जो इसका radius है, अगर वो radius हम R लें, we take average radius. अगर outer है R1, inner है R2. So R1 plus R2 divided by 2. तो मैंने इसको एक एवरेज वैल्यू लेके R माना है. So this is the R outer plus inner divided by 2. और current passing through it is I. Ampere's law, which we state like this, that B dot dl is equal to mu naught times I enclosed. जब हम एम्पेयर्स लॉ इस केस में यूज करते हैं, सोलेनॉइड या टोरॉइड के केस में, फ्रॉम हियर वी डिराइव अ रिलेशन दैट मैग्नेटिक फील्ड विद इन द सोलेनॉइड विल बी इक्वल टू म्यू जीरो एन आई. व्हाट इज स्मॉल एन? स्मॉल एन is number of turns. Number of turns, you understand how many turns of wire are there. Number of turns of wire divided by length. In other words, it is the number of turns per unit length. So number of turns per unit length of the solenoid or toroid. Now this relation is true if we have air or vacuum as the core. लेकिन जैसे मैंने कहा कि अगर हमने एक कोर इस्तेमाल किया है, से एक सॉफ्ट आयरन कोर, the moment we introduce core into this toroid, what happens? We find that there is an increase in the value of B. You will somehow realize कि increase in value of B क्यों हुई? ये इसलिए हुई क्योंकि जो mu naught है, it got multiplied by mu R. Mu R is relative permeability. लेकिन इस चीज को हम जब एम्पेयर्स लॉ के थ्रू देखते हैं, यहाँ पर इसका कोई मेंशन ही नहीं, तो मैं ये कह सकता हूँ that if I apply Ampere's law to this current distribution, I will not get the correct results. Now, in presence of a medium, presence of a material medium or a magnetized material, magnetic material, what will happen? This relation will not work. It will have to be modified. How we modify it? We modified it like this. We say now B dot dl is an increased value. That means the value of this B has increased slightly, and I say that it is mu zero I. I can call this I as now conduction current. Conduction current is जो current actually flow कर रही है, लेकिन I add to this a quantity Im. Now here M is not actually the medium, it is magnetization. That means why did this magnetic field increase? क्योंकि कुछ और contribution आया because of magnetization of the material. और ये जो term है, अब ये term mu 0 I plus mu 0 Im, ये उस magnetization को compensate करने के लिए हमने right hand side में add की है. And the addition of this term now agrees with the experiment. Now what is this Im? The way this I is related to P. Similarly, this magnetization current, I'll call it as magnetization current, Im, is related to the number of magnetic dipoles which are oriented inside the core of this toroid in the direction of the given magnetic field. So, we introduce a quantity, जिस quantity को हम m vector से denote करते हैं, और इस m vector को हम simply कहते हैं magnetization of the material, or we have another name for it. It's also called as intensity of magnetization. So that means how much contribution is made by the magnetic dipoles. In the previous lecture we have seen that how much is the contribution of the magnetization to this current or to this magnetic field. And I introduce a definition for the IM now. IM in the similar manner as we have integration around a closed path of B dot dl becomes integration of M dot dl around a closed path. And now I introduce this definition here. तो देखिए क्या बनेगा? This will be integration of B dot dl is equal to mu naught times I said conduction current plus mu naught times integration of M dot dl. M is a vector quantity. Next is now, if I shift this to the left hand side, integration of B dot dl minus, so ये हो जाएगा mu naught. अब देखिए जो mu naught है ये असल में एक constant है, so I may get it inside the integral, so I have integration of mu naught. ये mu naught मैंने इसके इंटीग्रल के बीच में लिया है, I have multiplied into m is equal to mu naught into I. इन दो इंटीग्रल्स को हम कंबाइन कर सकते हैं, so I can say integration of b, ये माइनस साइन या इसका कंबाइन होगा, माइनस म्यू नॉट m डॉट dl is equal to mu naught I. I can now say that if I shift this mu naught to left hand side, integration around closed path b minus mu naught m divided by mu naught dot dl is equal to I. Now this relation is something very significant in magnetostatics. कि ये जो quantity है, ये quantity असल में अब हम एक और vector से replace कर देते हैं. And that vector I'll call as H. So this is what we call as magnetizing force. Magnetizing force. Some authors also call it as magnetic intensity. The first one B was magnetic field intensity. This is called as simply magnetic intensity. लेकिन हम अगर magnetizing force उसको कहते हैं, so इस H का meaning देखें. H is now the new vector which will be equal to ये B minus mu naught m divided by mu naught, which I may write as mu naught into H, मैंने cross multiply किया, is equal to B minus mu naught m, which I may further write as mu naught H plus mu naught m is equal to B, or I may express B. अब देखिए B क्या है? B is now magnetic field inside the toroid in presence of the medium, that you remember. So this is now the value of B will be given by mu naught into H plus m. So there are two contributions to this mu naught. One is ये term or second is this term. Now I need to define first this magnetization vector. और फिर उसके बाद आप देखोगे कि इस रिलेशन में तीन वेक्टर्स हैं जिन पर ये सारी स्टोरी रेस्ट करती है, जो ये मैग्नेटाइजेशन की प्रॉपर्टीज हैं या मैग्नेटिज्म की प्रॉपर्टीज हैं, उनमें इन तीन वेक्टर्स का बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है. तो लेट्स गो टू फर्स्ट डिफाइन और गिव सम मोर मीनिंग टू m. m इज मैग्नेटाइजेशन. देखिए m को हम एक डेफिनेशन ये देते हैं दैट m वुड बी मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल मोमेंट. सो m मैग्नेटाइजेशन is magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. और एक बड़ा आसान तरीका इसको एस्टैब्लिश करने का ये है कि ये मान लीजिए एक बार मैग्नेट है आपके पास. सो दिस इज द बार मैग्नेट. इस बार मैग्नेट पे आपको पता है यू हैव ए नॉर्थ पोल, यू हैव ए साउथ पोल. तो मान लो ये हमारा नॉर्थ पोल है, ये साउथ पोल. सो दिस इज नॉर्थ, दिस इज साउथ। इन दो के बीच में अगर हम डिस्टेंस लेते हैं, से दिस डिस्टेंस इज L। जो ये नॉर्थ पोल और साउथ पोल है, इसकी एक पोल स्ट्रेंथ है, सो दिस है पोल स्ट्रेंथ, लेट मी कॉल दैट पोल स्ट्रेंथ एज QM। If you remember that you have already defined electric dipole moment as the product of one of the charges multiplied by length between them or distance between them. Here we have the similar manner कि अगर हम L लेते हैं, distance between two poles, और ये दोनों poles बराबर ही मैग्नीट्यूड के हैं, इसका मैग्नीट्यूड भी QM है। कई बार हम इसको डिनोट करते हैं as plus QM, इसको डिनोट करते हैं as minus QM, and we have the definition for magnetic dipole moment. So magnetic dipole moment would be magnetic dipole moment. तो ये जो magnetic dipole moment है, इस magnetic dipole moment को मैं define करता हूँ या denote करता हूँ small m से। Please don't confuse this small m for mass। यहाँ पर magnetic dipole moment है, so it would be simply equal to qm multiplied by L. Now this qm multiplied by L, which is one of the magnetic charges multiplied by distance between the two charges, अगर हम कहते हैं magnetic dipole moment on the two ends of this or magnetic dipole moment on this structure, then how much is the volume of this? इसका volume निकालने के लिए आपको ये area of cross section लेना पड़ेगा। So this area of cross section, let it is A. So you'll say that volume over which it occurs, volume is equal to A into L. What is the definition of magnetization vector? M. So capital M is magnetic dipole moment over the volume. That means it is magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. So it is QM multiplied by L divided by A into L. L and L gets cancelled. So this is QM divided by A. आपको एक definition मिलती। This definition says कि magnetization or intensity of magnetization is pole strength per unit area. Pole strength per unit area. But there is an alternate definition also. So we make now the alternate definition. The definition of this M vector, जो ये magnetization vector हमने define किया, ये आप देख सकते हैं कि जो हमने लिया that magnetization vector is now equal to, ये एक असल में vector quantity है, तो I am just writing this equation in vector form। यहाँ मैंने एक unit vector introduce किया L cap। Now what is this L cap? If you remember in electrostatics, जब हम एक negative charge से positive charge की तरफ जाते हैं, that gives us the direction for the electric dipole moment. Here there is a vector which we can define from south pole to the north pole. और जो ये unit vector है, ये वही direction दे रहा है हमें from south pole to north pole. That means a magnetic dipole moment vector is directed from south pole to north pole. Coming to the unit of this, we usually describe magnetic dipole moment in the unit of ampere per meter. और इस यूनिट को establish करना बड़ा आसान है। अगर आप यहाँ देखते हैं that magnetic dipole moment M is small m, which is magnetic dipole moment per unit volume, और अगर आपको याद हो, magnetic dipole moment is current multiplied by area. So it is current into area, current multiplied by area. So that would be ampere meter square divided by volume. Volume is area into length. तो आप समझ आओगे कि जो करंट का यूनिट है वो है एम्पियर, और जो लेंथ एरिया और एरिया कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा इज मीटर, सो इट्स यूनिट इज एम्पियर पर मीटर। नाउ कमिंग बैक टू द इक्वेशन, यहाँ से हमने शुरू किया, वापस चलते हैं, तो वी गो टू दिस इक्वेशन नाउ। यहाँ देखिए, आई हैव इंट्रोड्यूस नाउ ये जो एनसर्कल्ड क्वांटिटी है, इसको मैंने H का नाम दे दिया, दैट इज मैग्नेटाइजिंग फोर्स और मैग्नेटिक इंटेंसिटी। And this magnetizing force now becomes integration of H dot dl is equal to I. A very important relation in magnetism, और इसको अब आप कह सकते हो, you can call this equation as Ampere's law for a magnetic material, What it says? It says that if we take line integral, around a closed path, then the line integral of this magnetizing force with respect to a certain closed path is equal to the conduction current enclosed by it. That means it is giving us the whole account only in terms of conduction current. It has dropped the magnetizing current. यहाँ पर एक magnetizing current भी था और उस magnetizing current की बात नहीं होती है. और this form of Ampere's law has now the relation for three vectors, which is B is equal to mu naught into H plus M. Now let's build on this relation, or we have two very important terms which will come up. One term is the magnetic susceptibility and another is the relation of magnetic susceptibility with permeability of the medium, and then we can talk about the relation between susceptibility and relative permeability also. Let's go to that. So the relation now which we have for H we said is equal to B minus mu 0 m divided by mu naught, or mu naught H is equal to B minus mu naught m, or B is equal to mu naught into H plus m. इस रिलेशन को अब हम दो एस्पेक्ट्स दे देते हैं. पहला एस्पेक्ट ये कि अगर हम नो मीडियम और वैक्यूम की बात करते हैं, दैट मीन्स हमारे पास एक टोरॉइड तो है लेकिन उसके जो अंदर कोर है वो कोर हमने वैक्यूम या एयर को बना के रखा है. सोलेनॉइड है जो उसके अंदर कोर है, दैट कोर इज नॉट द यूजुअल आयरन, और फेराइट रॉड वो एयर या वैक्यूम है. इन दैट केस व्हाट विल हैपन इज, जब वैक्यूम होगा यू कैन सी कि अगर मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल्स ही वैक्यूम में प्रेजेंट नहीं है, देयर इज नो मीडियम. सो इफ देयर आर नो मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल्स देयर इज नो मैग्नेटाइजेशन. आई टेक m इक्वल टू 0. आई अंडरस्टैंड. मैग्नेटाइजेशन तब होगा जब मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल्स प्रेजेंट होंगे. इट इज मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल मोमेंट पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम. जब मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल ही नहीं है तो मैग्नेटाइजेशन कहाँ होगा. अगेन जो ये B है, दिस B आई विल डिनोट बाय B नॉट. व्हेन आई राइट B नॉट, इसको याद रखें कि दिस इज द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड ऑफ ए body in presence of vacuum, when vacuum is used as core, not a material medium. So making these two replacements in this equation, I have B naught, yeah, B naught equal to mu naught multiplied by H. So this becomes the relation when there is vacuum. Or mu naught, to understand, is 4 pi into 10 raised to the power minus 7. B naught will be the value, or this is H, and we go from here to a presence of a medium, say a magnetic medium. Now I have a medium present as core. तो अब मेरे पास एक टोरॉइड है, उस टोरॉइड के अंदर एक रिंग लगा हुआ है, एक आयरन रिंग है, सॉफ्ट आयरन रिंग. एक सोलेनॉइड है, उसके अंदर एक फेराइट रॉड है. अब इस मटेरियल की प्रेजेंस की वजह से what will happen is that magnetization will be present, and this magnetic field will not be B0 now. Now I write that the magnetic field continues to be B. We have mu naught into H plus M. Magnetization is not 0 now. I may write this equation as B, और यहाँ भी मैंने B0 नहीं लिखा है. That means this is a magnetic field now in presence of the material medium, divided by mu naught is equal to H plus M. अगर हम मैग्नीट्यूड वाइज लें इन इक्वेशन को और एक मीडियम हो आइसोट्रॉपिक, सो देन इन दैट आइसोट्रॉपिक मीडियम जिसकी प्रॉपर्टीज थ्रू आउट सेम रहती है मटेरियल की, आई कैन राइट दिस इक्वेशन एज B बाय म्यू नॉट इज इक्वल टू H बाय M. अगर मैं यहाँ से H को कॉमन ले लेता हूँ, आई कैन टेक H एज कॉमन. So I have B by mu naught is equal to H common 1 plus M by H. Now this 1 plus M by H is कि ये जो रेशियो हमारे पास M by H का रेशियो आया है, this ratio M by H is another new quantity for us. This quantity tells us कि what is the magnetization which has appeared per unit magnetizing force. So I define this quantity, magnetization per unit magnetizing force, and it is denoted by another quantity which is again a dimensionless and unitless quantity called as magnetic susceptibility. जो ये है इसको हम ग्रीक लेटर chi पढ़ते हैं. So this chi m is magnetic susceptibility, magnetic susceptibility, and this magnetic susceptibility tells you that what is magnetization, magnetization or intensity of magnetization, or intensity of magnetization, intensity of magnetization per unit magnetizing force. This is magnetizing force. इसको याद रखें. और आप देखोगे कि जो मैग्नेटाइजिंग फोर्स का जो इस मैग्नेटाइजेशन का यूनिट है दैट्स एम्पियर पर मीटर. इसका भी वही है क्योंकि डायमेंशनल कंसिस्टेंसी होगी. दिस इज एम्पियर पर मीटर, दिस इज एम्पियर पर मीटर. सो दे विल कैंसल आउट ईच अदर and this will be a dimensionless quantity. Now introducing magnetic susceptibility here, what I obtain B by mu naught is equal to H into 1 plus chi. And this we will see is that if I take B by H, तो जैसे हमने यहाँ पर एक वैक्यूम के लिए, जैसे हमने यहाँ पर एक वैक्यूम के लिए B नॉट लिखा इक्वल टू म्यू नॉट इंटू एच, एक मटेरियल मीडियम के लिए जो B है, जो ये B है, इसकी इस H के साथ एक और रिलेशन बन सकती है. एंड दैट रिलेशन इंट्रोड्यूसेस समथिंग व्हिच वी कॉल एज परमिएबिलिटी ऑफ द मीडियम. तो जिस तरह से आपने यहाँ देखा दैट B नॉट इज इक्वल टू म्यू नॉट इंटू एच आई हैव फॉर ए मटेरियल मीडियम. अब हम मटेरियल मीडियम की बात कर रहे हैं, मटेरियल मीडियम की बात कर रहे हैं. सो फॉर ए मटेरियल मीडियम B, which will be magnetic field, not B0, but it is B, magnetic field in the material medium, it will become equal to mu times H. And what is this mu now? This mu is permeability. Remember that it is actually mu m, magnetic permeability of the medium. It is not mu naught. Mu naught is for vacuum. It is not mu r. Mu r is the relative permittivity. So this mu and H can be combined like this, that if I write B by H, this B by H becomes equal to mu. B by H is equal to mu. So let's introduce it here. So I have B by H into 1 by mu naught is equal to 1 plus chi. And this B by H, as I said, is equal to mu. So I have mu divided by mu naught. Further, so I have B by H equal to mu. Mu divided by mu naught is equal to 1 plus chi. Chi is now magnetic susceptibility. अगर आप चाहो तो इसको chi m से भी डिनोट कर सकते हो, chi से भी डिनोट कर सकते हो. So I have with me 1 plus chi m is equal to mu by mu naught. Mu आपको याद होगा, it is mu r multiplied by mu naught. Mu is equal to mu m कह दो इसको या mu कह दो is this. Again, if you like, you can use here mu m. M stands for medium here now, medium. So I have this equal to mu m divided by mu naught, which is mu r into mu naught divided by mu 1 plus chi m. That way, mu naught and mu naught gets cancelled. A very important relation we have obtained, that we have the value of 1 plus we have this magnetic susceptibility equal to mu r minus 1. So ultimately, जो ये अब quantity है, this is going to play a very vital role in deciding the three types of substances. When we think of the diamagnetic substance, a diamagnetic substance, you understand, is one which repels or which is repelled by the strong magnetic field. अब देखिए उसका किस तरह से हम एक सिंपल connotation निकालते हैं. जो डायमैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंसेस है उनके लिए जो मैग्नेटिक ससेप्टिबिलिटी है वो नेगेटिव होती है, दैट इज नेगेटिव, और लेस देन 1 होती है, लेस देन 1. उससे क्या होगा? उससे ये होगा कि द मोमेंट आई सब्स्टिट्यूट हियर ए मैग्नेटिक ससेप्टिबिलिटी व्हिच इज नेगेटिव here which is negative and less than 1, what will happen to the relative permeability? So relative permeability which is 1 plus magnetic susceptibility, यहाँ आप substitute कर दो एक quantity which is negative and less than 1, say minus 0.01 या minus 0.02. So what will happen is that relative permittivity will be less than 1. Once this relative permeability becomes less than 1, आपको याद होगा कि relative permeability is also represented by the presence of medium Bm divided by B0. That means magnetic field in presence of medium divided by magnetic field without medium. So since this is less than 1, this is less than 1, I'll say कि जो एक magnetic substance है, जो एक diamagnetic substance है, it makes the value of Bm less than B0.
Please read that magnetic susceptibility is negative
Keep
and less
vacuum.
than 0.
Put a magnetic field, bring in a diamagnetic substance will decrease the magnetic field. The worst case here is a superconductor. What is a superconductor? A superconductor is a certain volume of metal taken below its critical temperature where it has zero resistance, nearly zero resistance. And this superconductor has a magnetic susceptibility of -1. And when I say the magnetic susceptibility of -1, this can be the lowest possible value of magnetic susceptibility. And this magnetic susceptibility, when substituted here, equal to -1, for a superconductor, relative permeability is 0. What is relative permeability 0? Significance. Significance is that when we send a magnetic field into the superconductor, say I have a certain sphere which is in the superconducting state. So here is a sphere which is in the superconducting state. ये sphere है. There was a magnetic field here. ये magnetic field ऐसे था और इस magnetic field में अब मैंने यहाँ पर एक sphere introduce किया. This sphere is now a superconducting sphere. You know what it will do? It will expel all this magnetism. क्योंकि जितनी भी magnetic lines हैं, these magnetic lines will not be able to pass through the superconducting sphere and they will have to run like this because it will not permit them to go through it. So ये एक ऐसा phenomenon हो जाएगा that it will expel all the magnetism present in it because its value of magnetic susceptibility is -1. And this -1 value means that its relative permeability, which is equal to 0, it does not permit any magnetic lines of force through it. This phenomenon, in case of the diamagnetic substances, particularly a superconductor, where it expels all the magnetic field from it, does not permit any magnetic lines to pass through it, is Meissner effect. And this phenomenon is of importance as you saw through magnetic susceptibility. अब हम चलते हैं पैरामैग्नेटिक और फेरोमैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंसेस की तरफ. When I say that there is a substance which is paramagnetic, उसके लिए जो magnetic susceptibility की value होगी, this value will be positive, positive but small, positive but small. What will that mean? That means your relative permeability है, it will be greater than 1. Or once relative permeability becomes greater than 1, you will agree कि जो mu r है, which is the magnetic field with material divided by magnetic field without material, mu r की value greater than 1 हो जाएगी. So you will see that Bm magnetic field in presence of material will be slightly greater than B0. So the converse of this will be कि जब एक पैरामैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस आप लेते हो, वो पैरामैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस लाइक करता है मैग्नेटिक लाइंस को. It makes magnetic lines to populate more inside it. Some of the substances which are diamagnetic and paramagnetic are shown in this chart. You will see that in case of diamagnetic substances, the value is negative and small, except for the superconductor, which will be -1. However, for paramagnetic substances like chromium, aluminum, platinum, this is oxygen at STP, under standard temperature pressure conditions. So we see that the paramagnetic substances will have a positive value but small. आप देख सकते हैं 10⁻⁴, 10⁻⁵. अब ये जो magnetic susceptibility in substances की है, ये दो चीज़ों पर डिपेंडेंट है. It will be a quantity which will be dependent on the temperature. So temperature का ख्याल रखें that here in these cases diamagnetic and paramagnetic substances there is a Curie's law which is applicable, that the magnetic susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. We will take up Curie's law separately. Or here again, if I have to bring in now a set of quantities which we call as ferromagnetic. Ferromagnetic quantities में क्या होगा, that this magnetic susceptibility may go to the values as great as thousands. So we have 5,000, we have 6,000, some variety of iron, which is a ferromagnetic substance. This goes to as large as that, which will mean कि जो उनमें relative permeability होगी, that relative permeability will be much greater than 1. So it will be much greater than 1 and it will be positive. And you can understand that the ferromagnetic substances, they try to gather magnetic field the best possible way. They like the magnetic field the most. So in this lecture, we have seen how we introduce some very important terms used in magnetism. We talked about magnetic permeability, magnetic field intensity or magnetic flux density. We talked about the magnetization or intensity of magnetization. We talked about magnetic susceptibility. We talked about magnetizing force. Then we found a relation between these quantities. Then we related magnetic susceptibility with three varieties of materials: diamagnetic, paramagnetic and ferromagnetic. We have a very simple mathematical analysis जिसकी मदद से हम उन values की basis पर, अगर susceptibility positive है और small है paramagnetic, अगर susceptibility small है और negative है diamagnetic, अगर susceptibility -1 है superconductor, perfectly diamagnetic, और अगर susceptibility much greater than 1 है और positive है, it is ferromagnetic. We are left with some details of ferromagnetism which we'll take in the next lecture.